Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marjorie, and if you're not new here, my name is still Marjorie, and this is Marjorie Made, a channel where I go over things that I make and things that I enjoy. Today it's going to be cross stitch, so we have some exciting stuff to go over today. It'll be my April wrap up and kind of the beginning of May. Today's only the 2nd of May, so not too much to show you, but still some things. I have finishes, I have starts, I have whips, I have an existing SAL, and then a brand new one to tell y'all about today. So stick around if that sounds like something you want to see. Alright, so we're going to start the video with the starts. I have one start for the last month, and that will be The Lovers by the Witchy Stitcher. This is a part of her Nostalgic Tarot series, and I started this on April 9th with Cameron over at Cam the Stitcher. Before I show y'all the project, I want to show y'all the project bag it's in. I know last video I had mentioned that Jess over at Como Stitches had posted some really cool fabric, and I was like, that's really cool, and she offered to make me a custom bag, and I had that really fancy like private listing on Etsy. Anyway, the bag came in and I thought it was going to be perfect for this project, so I wanted to go ahead and show y'all. How freaking cool is this? This is a Tula Pink fabric. We've got these moths and butterflies, but there's like eyeballs. Like, it's just so wacky. It does wash me out a lot. And then the lining fabric is this really cool, just like swirly purple. So freaking cool. So thank you so much, Jess, for that. I'm obsessed. I was able to get 516 stitches on this. So I just started working on the top there. This is on 16 count black Aida, which obviously picks up every piece of lint and dirt and dust and all of that. And then this needle minder was actually a gift from Kat over at Wicked Cat Stitch. And it's 2 cats on like a planchette. So also perfect for this tarot situation. So gorgeous and beautiful and lovely. These colors are incredible. Let me get it together. I have some on bobbin, some on Atom Heart floss hearts, but we just love the bright colors. Anyway, so there's that. Like I said, I got about 516 stitches done for the start, which is it's not bad. Next up, I want to show y'all my finishes. Oh my gosh. Yes, I have 2 finishes for April, which is cuckoo to me. I am just rolling out these finishes, and both of them are 2 of my oldest whips. So I did also, I'll mention this first, I did UFO a project. I UFO'd Every Season by Tiny Modernist. I just wasn't working on it. Like, the colors are really pretty, and you know, there wasn't anything wrong with it necessarily. My style has changed a lot since I started stitching, and I realized that I probably was never going to get around to finishing that. So I passed that off to my sister, who, if you've watched, she also cross stitches every now and again. So I asked her if she wanted that, and she did, so I just passed it on to her. Alright, y'all. So my first finish is going to be the Bonker S. This is by Barbara Anna, and this is done on 32 count Whisper Lugana. She is gorgeous. She is stunning. Oh my gosh. I love her so much. I stitched 1,671 stitches in April to get this to a finish. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to frame her. I just could look at this all day. I really and truly could. The way that Barbara Anna uses colors it's so amazing to me. The way that she creates shadow with DMC, like, and And in camera, like, you can just see it so much better. Obviously in person you can see it, but it really comes through when you take photographs or show it in a video like this. Just so gorgeous. So this was my oldest whip, and I got it finished in April. I'm so excited. And I started this on, let me look, September 16th of 2022. It should not have taken me this long, but she's finished now, so that's all that matters. And I finished that on April 5th, so the very beginning of the month. And my second finish of the month, I finished just at the end of April. I think I finished it on the 29th. This is Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. And I'm stitching this on 32 count River Willow. So it's kind of like a green. It's gonna wash me out too. This color's kind of hard to get on camera, but it is like a dark green. And so I essentially stitched all, like, from this border down. I had the, let me fold it, sorry. So this is pretty much what I had done before. I had the top part with the words and that, this border. So I just finished the spools and the bottom border and all that middle stuff. And I gave her a cute little bob, like me, cute little red bob. And then the cat is a adaptation by Kitty Stitch, Maddie, over on Instagram. Well, it's Maddie at Kitty Stitch on Instagram. So I just love it. This was, I think, my next oldest whip. So it was Bonker SAL, then, oh, maybe it was every season. And then this. So I knocked out my 3 oldest whips in April. And I'm doing this, well, I did this. It's finished now. I used the MPI silks for the yellow and the rust color, and then just DMC for everything else. I wanted to try out MPIs, so I decided to get the 2 most prevalent colors. So yeah, I started this on November 29th of 2022. And like I said, finished it April 29th of 2024. Okay, now I'm going to move into whips, or the works in progress, for the month of April. I started in April doing Motif A week and also Stranded Day. I will say I'm not caught up on Stranded Day, but that's okay. Anyway, so for my Stranded Day project, I decided to pick The Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is a project I started as my 2023 New Year, New Start. And I kept up pretty well. I was trying to do about 4,000 stitches a month. I kept up for like 3-4 months, I think. And then I kind of just fell off. 4,000 stitches a month is so many for just one project. So I started getting a little discouraged by it, and then I kind of lost my love for it. But then every time I look at it or see someone else working on it, it's just so pretty, and I do want to get it done eventually. I'm just not going to put super hard and strict goals on myself. So I figured Stranded Day would be, you know, something to get me like good progress without a lot of pressure. And that is how I'm playing. It's how I'm doing Stranded Day. Yes, I'm behind probably 10 days, maybe not that much, but you know, life happens. I had to travel for work in March, so no biggie. I'll just pick it back up and keep going. So anyway, I was able to stitch 818 stitches on this, doing my little Stranded Day situation. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like at the beginning of March, and then I'll show y'all my 818 stitches. That's crazy to me. So I came up, I did these birds, I outlined this, I believe, or maybe that was already there. I know for a fact I did those 2 birds, and I kind of worked over there. So the plan, I'm going to keep this as my Stranded Day project for May, and I'm just going to work within the Q-snap. So there's a whole lot of negative space stitching in there, and I could come down and work Oh, let me not lose that needle in the floor. I could come down here and maybe even get some other stuff done down there. And then when I fill that out, I'll move the Q-snap and, you know, keep going. It is so pretty. I'm doing this on a 32 count natural linen. It does have a slight sparkle to it, like actual sparkles. It's not opalescent though, so. Anyway, that is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's working as my strand a day project. I'm really excited to see, you know, how far it comes by just doing a strand a day, or 7 strands a week, essentially is what I'm averaging. The next project I have to show y'all is Needles Dance. This is a collaborative design between a couple of, I think maybe 3 or 4 designers. I'll put the picture here. This is actually a restart for me. I started this originally at the end of 2023, in December at some point, probably right towards the end of the year actually. And I did a little center start. I'll put a picture of that here for y'all to see. And I liked it. The fabric I chose, I think is the called for, but it just like wasn't the softest to work on. So I didn't really have a pull to like keep working on it. But yeah, I didn't really love working with that fabric. And then one of my Bee Stitch Me fabric of the months came in and it was perfect. It's actually Blue Moon, which is the called for, but this is by Bee Stitch Me. So anyway, I restarted it, and I restarted it for Pick a Whip. I think the project or the prompt was pick a project with words. And I thought this was a great opportunity to restart this project. And guys, I flew through the top half of this. I was able to stitch 1,314 stitches. And this is 32 count Blue Moon by Bee Stitch Me. And I'm doing it with the called for fancy floss. I just love how this looks. I couldn't stop. I will say it was a little bit of a learning curve stitching on this fabric. I don't stitch on 36 count a lot, especially not like darker fabrics. But once I got into the groove of it, it went by really, really fast. And my goal was to, you know, stitch the words and like get to all that. But then I just kept going and I ended up finishing the whole top part. So I really love how this works. It's so small. Like I didn't realize, I think the other one was like 32 count or maybe 28 count. But this is 36 count, teeny tiny. But look at this fabric. It's so, so, so pretty. So yeah, that is my restart of Needles Dance. The next project I have to show y'all is my Motif A Week project. This was started by Julian Stitches. Love her, she's an angel. Anyway, so it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a motif a week, and I did keep up with this for the month of April. And the project that I chose for this is my floral motif sampler. This was my first ever birthday start back in 2022, and I haven't made a lot of progress on it, so I wanted to show it some love. Here she is. Obviously there's like the border up here that I'm cutting off, but this is pretty much all the progress I have on it. I was able to do 582 stitches in the month of April, and the motifs that I did was this one, this little one, and then I split this into 2. I think that might be my plan, is to, like, if it's a bigger one, like do the top or the bottom part of it. But yeah, like this one up here is huge, so I think I might split that into like 3 weeks, or maybe like take the whole month. I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of time each week on it. I think it's kind of just like my Friday project where I pick it up and do a motif really quickly, or part of a motif depending on the size of it. So this is so beautiful, and it is really cool to see like little bits of progress, slowly but surely. And yeah, I really love it. This is stitched on 36 count ballet slipper with the called for fancy floss. So really, really love this project. I think I'm gonna carry it into April as my Motif A week project. I meant not April, May. Sorry. Yeah, so May. I think I'll keep it. And then maybe in a couple months I might switch it out, but for now I'm driving with it. It looks beautiful and I love working on it. The next whip I have to show y'all is Two Birds, One Tree by Modern Folk Embroidery. I'm stitching this with Fiesta color and cotton on this beautiful fabric that Bridgen, the museum stitcher, sent me for my birthday. I worked on this because it is a part of my 10 to 10 by 10 challenge. So I want to get 10 of my whips under 10% to 10% by October, which is the 10th month. So I think I had 15 projects that needed to get to 10%. And so I'm kind of just making my way down that list. So I worked on this, 292 stitches is how much I got on this. And that got me to 10%. So I think I worked on this just for like one day. This is beautiful fabric. And this is a besties project with me and Cam at Cam the Stitcher. I think she's a lot further than me on this, but I just absolutely love the floss. It works perfectly on this fabric. I could not be happier about it. So yeah. So the next whip I have to show y'all is actually my second pick-a-whip for April. The prompt was stitch on a project that had no 310 or black floss in it. For this, I chose Birds to the Bowels by Lindy Stitches. I stitched 798 stitches on this, which sounds like so many, but this was also one that was under 10% that I wanted to get at least to 10%, and I didn't know if I was going to do that for Pick-a-Whip or if it was going to roll over into May, but I was able to knock it out. I had so much fun with this. I will say that it's going to look a little different from my last progress photo, but that's because I've decided not to do the very outer border. So there's like a boxed in border and then there's like the swirly border. I had started the box border and then the swirly border, and I decided that the swirly border is fine. Like I didn't have to stitch all of that other stuff. I think it keeps it a little bit more airy, which I like the look of. So I did end up frogging the top corner of what I already had stitched. This is where I got to. Oh my gosh, this bird is gorgeous. So I stitched this guy. Well, let me not flip y'all off, sorry. I stitched this swirly. I came and did these little doodads, and then all of this bird. And then this border up here that you would see in the photo is what I frogged. So I'm really liking all the colors in this. It looks so fabulous. That's what kind of drew me to this pattern to begin with, was just the wonderful colors. It's so vibrant and gorgeous. And this is stitched on, I think it's the called for. So pretty. So yeah, I stitched a whole lot on this and then frogged probably a whole lot. So we might be netting a little bit positive, but I was still, like I said, able to get 798 stitches done, which is a pretty good chunk in my opinion. So the last whip I have to show y'all, I worked on for a couple different reasons. So April 28th is Megan, the Seattle Stitcher's birthday, and I asked her what she wanted me to work on for her birthday. I know normally like we do starts for each other's birthdays, but she wasn't really wanting to do a start, and I was like, that's fine. I was like, I probably don't need to start anything anyway, but so I asked her, you know, what my favorite whip of hers was, or what she wanted me to work on. And so she picked the Rolodex Morning Sampler by Bendy Stitchy. Coincidentally enough, I saw Hosier in concert that Friday. So the 26th, I saw Hosier. live and it was so amazing. It was so amazing. I could go on forever and ever about how crazy that experience was. So anyway, it felt like kismet. It felt like I needed to work on this that weekend. So I ended up working on it Saturday and then Sunday for Megan's birthday. I have some hanging floss, so I'll put up where I was and then where I got to. Not too much. I had to work Saturday and Sunday, so it was pretty much like before and after work stitching. But I did bring this down a little bit, and then I did all of the tree and then these leaves. So, really, really loving this project. This is 16 count, I think Stormy, Sleepy Hollow, Stormy Night. I'll put it on the screen because I cannot remember. But it's by Fabric Flare, so it's a printed Aida. But it's really, really pretty, and I think it'll look great as a backdrop to this beautiful pattern. So yeah, I don't know when I'll work on that next, but it did make me fall in love with this project a lot more, so I look forward to working on that next time. Okay, that's all my whips that I worked on for April. I will go ahead and show y'all what I've been working on for May so far. Like I said, it's only May 2nd, but I've been doing a lot. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and don't know, in May, me and a couple of my besties do Manning May SAL. So me, Cameron, Bridgen, and Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, we host Manning May. It's our second annual SAL, which is so amazing. Last year, we didn't really know what to expect, but it blew up and everyone just had a blast and was tagging us, and I don't know, it was just so amazing. So we decided to bring it back again this year. So Manning May Part 2. So I have a start and a restart for that. Is it the 3rd or the 2nd? I think today's the 3rd. That is embarrassing. Okay, yeah, it is the 3rd. I don't even know what day it is, y'all. It's fine. Anyway, so the 1st of May, I started the February Tent Maker by Carolyn Manning. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida in Merlot by Fiber on a Whim. And this is where I got to. So this is the center point, and then this is the bottom of the project. So it's one of the smalls, and I think it's gonna look so stunning on this fabric. You're not gonna see anything through it, but I think for the purposes of framing, it'll look cool to have like a border of this beautiful pink color. I kind of want to get a bigger cut of this because this Aida is a dream to work on, and like it's just such a beautiful, beautiful color. So that's where I got with February Tent Maker. And then I have a restart. I'm showing y'all the cut. So this is Opal by Carolyn Manning. This is the big version. I did cut it off of the piece of fabric it was on. So anyway, this was the original. This is where I was last time. But I decided to restart it because, I mean, I think it was like 35,000 stitches. Like, it was so many, and I knew I probably was never going to finish that. So instead of just letting it sit in my whip pile forever, I decided to restart one of the smalls. So Opal comes with, I think, 3 or 4 smalls. And so I started just that first one, but I decided to switch it up a little bit. So this is a 28 count, just like white even weave. So I decided to do it over one. Over one, 2 over 1 tent stitch to be more specific. That's how I do my full coverages usually. And this is a full coverage. It's just like a little bit different kind of full coverage, I guess. But anyway, I got 1,000 stitches on this yesterday. I could not stop. I could not stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all. You'll have to zoom in Look how tiny. And that's the full width of the project. Oh my gosh. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. I didn't know like how it was going to turn out and if I was going to have to like, I don't know, restart again. But no, I think it is absolutely stunning. It's so pretty. So this is the original versus I don't know. I love this so much because this is gorgeous. Like bold, beautiful, like it's amazing. And I would definitely do another small, like over 2, but this is just so much fun. And it definitely looks a little bit blurrier, I guess, or more subtle because it is over 1/10 stitch. So, you know, it's just so wild to look at these two. But anyway, I'm having a blast. This is the halfway point of the side, so I'll probably, well, it's a mirror image, so this is that, and so that will come down here. So I think it'll be less than 3 inches squared, which is so tiny. I don't know if I want to frame it or try to make a pillow. I've never made a little pillow or pincushion before, and I don't know if this being an exact square will make it harder to finish. I'm just scared that I'm not going to do it straight and then it's going to look wonky and then I'm going to waste all of this really cool teeny tiny stitching. So I might find some like 4x4 frames because I couldn't find any 3x3s when I looked. So, because I just want like probably like a plain black or white one. Anyway, I don't know how I'm going to finish it, but I'm just having so much fun with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might just keep it somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so that's Opal, the small number 1 by Carolyn Manning, and I think we're all caught up now. So, before I hop into plans, I want to go over some happy mail with y'all. I received so much love and kindness from some of my subscribers and fellow floss tubers, that I wanted to share that with y'all. So the first piece of happy mail that I received, y'all got a little hint at earlier. Kat over at Wicked Cat Stitch on Instagram and FlossTube sent me a lovely note with a needle minder and then this really cool ort jar, which I think is like fabric decoupaged onto an ort jar. It is so cool. So cool. So I have this sitting on my bookshelf. And so I use this, and then I have like a bigger ort jar that I empty it into. But yeah, this is so useful and just incredibly sweet of her. So thank you very much, Kat. I really appreciate it, and I get so much use out of both of those items. And next up, I received a lovely package from Suzanne over on Instagram. I think it's, let me, if I wrote it down. I didn't write down her Instagram handle, but I'll put that up here. Suzanne sent me a beautiful piece of fabric. I opened it and I was like, just speechless. It is gorgeous. This is by Banana Oil. I don't know if y'all are ready for this, because I surely was not. I don't know if I can get it on frame. Look how beautiful. I like almost don't want to stitch on it. I don't want to ruin it. I just want to frame it and put it on my wall as a piece of art because it is so absolutely stunning. Can you believe? Can you actually believe? So what am I going to use this for? I don't know yet. It's going to have to be something extra special though. I even thought about maybe doing, like working in quadrants, like finding a pattern to go on like this part and then finding one to go on like the blue green. And then obviously I also have the other half. So maybe finding one that needs like all four, you know what I mean? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of just going to wait for like the perfect pattern to come up so that I can use this beautiful fabric. So thank you so much, Suzanne. That was so kind and generous of you. And I cherish this piece of fabric so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. And my last piece of Happy Mail comes from Erin and Amity over at the Hathaway Stitchers here on FlossTube. I cannot express how much I adore them. I'm just so glad that they're making videos so that, you know, we all get to experience them together. Like, it's just amazing. I love them so much. So anyway, Erin reached out to me and asked if she could send me something to show her appreciation for my support of her channel, which I would have done regardless. They are like I said, if you haven't watched the Hathaway Stitchers, go do that right now. Come back later, I guess. Like, leave here now, go watch them, and then come back and finish my video. Like, they're a hoot, they're a holler. I love them so much. And I am gonna get to meet them at StitchCon, and I'm so pumped. I cannot wait. Anyway, I keep just like, because this package really, like, it brought tears to my eyes. Because I don't know if you have watched them. Erin makes these gorgeous project bags. They're beautiful. And so she reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to send you a bag. And I was like, you don't have to, but yeah, please. I would love that. I would love that. So I had no idea what I was getting. And I opened the package and she sent me 2 project bags. Some of the most beautiful project bags I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. I still just get so emotional thinking not just about them, but about, you know, when people take the time to send me something and show their appreciation for me and my channel. Like, I'm just like, little old me? Like, who me? Like, I don't know. It really is just so special to know that me talking to a camera, like, has an impact. And not that I wanted it to have an impact per se. Like, I'm just so glad that y'all find joy in this and that y'all enjoy watching my little videos where I just like talk on and on about various things. I don't know. I could go on and on about how much this means to me and how much y'all mean to me and how much, you know, this channel has just brought me so much joy. But y'all have heard it again and again because I talk about it every video. So anyway, just know that I appreciate each and every single one of you and just thank you so much for being here. Anyway, enough suspense and enough me getting all sappy on the floss tube. Okay, so bag number 1 is so cool. Oh my goodness. That is just, the colors are incredible. And then the lining is those hands, which is so cool. And then a little gummy bear. But the really cool thing about Erin's bags is there's a pocket. Wait, well. So if you have like paper patterns, they won't get stuck to the vinyl. So I just have like my project and my pattern back there. And then I just put the flosses in the front. But so gorgeous, so beautiful, and just incredibly well made. I don't know. That it's just incredible to see just like craftsmanship like this. Because I've made some vinyl front project bags in my day. And let me tell you, there's a reason I buy them from other people who know how to make them. Anyway, beautifully made, just beautiful. The fabric is so me. But this second one, y'all, I don't know if you're ready. I don't know what fabric this is, but I want to wallpaper my whole house in it, to be honest. Look at it. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. I am truly and honestly obsessed. And this lining fabric matches perfectly. It's gorgeous. And there's a sparkle. Which, come to find out, this sparkle emoji is mine and Erin's favorite emoji. And then this really cute lining fabric for the pocket. Ugh, I just love it. So thank you so much, Erin and Amity, for showing the love. I felt it for sure. And with that, I'm going to move on to plans before I start getting sappy again. So my plan section, or what I call my hopes and dreams section, I've got a lot to talk about. So obviously we have manning May. I'm going to continue to work on those two projects throughout May. And I don't really have any like goals set specifically for those, just kind of working on them when I want. And then, so my first Pick-a-Whip prompt for May is a project from a magazine. So I decided to restart Starry Moth. This is by the Blue Flower, and I believe it was in the October 2023 edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine. I had started with the border, and I have since decided I'm not going to stitch the border. I'm just going to stitch the moth and the words. So I frogged the border that I had done, and I'm just going to do a center start. So I don't know when I'm going to work on that, but as long as I restart it, that's checking my Pick-a-Whip prompt. Like as long as I work on it, then we're good. I also want to work on Quaker Gardens. Do I have that in here? Sorry, I thought I had it over here, but I didn't. Quaker Gardens is the round robin that me and a bunch of girlies did. And I got mine back in March or April. I don't think I've shown it on my channel. Okay, yeah, I don't think I showed y'all. Anyway, so Quaker Gardens by Hello from Liz Matthews was the round robin I did with Cameron, Bridgen, Megan, Maddie, Elizabeth, and Alexis. We each stitched a flower. So I got it back. I have to finish out the rest of it. I think I want to finish it at StitchCon because I think most of us are going to be there, and I think it would just be cool to finish it there. Let me show y'all. So, everyone picked a color in a fabric, well, a floss color in a fabric, and then all of theirs are monochromatic, but for mine, I wanted everyone to use their color. So everyone kept a little bit of their floss and stitched in their floss when my project came around. And I love how this turned out. It's just so fun. There is another like line down here of like flowers. Like it's just a repeating motif. I think I'm gonna skip it. I do. I really, really do. Let me fold it here. So I will just have this line of doodads, and then there's like a house, and then the rest of the alphabet. So I do plan to finish that out. I think that's like 500 stitches. So I think in May I'm gonna work and get like all the hard counting done. There's like that big house, so I might just outline the house and you know, maybe finish out the alphabet, and that way I can just do some fill-in at StitchCon. But yeah, it'll be so cool to have this finished. Doing a round robin is so special because all your friends get to work on your project, and then you get to have it back with all your friends work on it. And it turned out perfectly. It really, really did. I was worried about my, you know, fabric choice, and yeah, I just wanted everything to like match and like look good. And I think it does. I think it's very gorgeous. So there's Quaker Gardens. Like I said, I'm going to continue on with Strand Today and Motif a Week. Fruits of Plenty for Strand Today, and then Floral Motif Sampler for Motif a Week. I think, like I said, maybe in a couple of months I'll switch that out for like a different project, but I'm still enjoying them now, so I'm going to keep them on the docket for that. I also want to work on Miss Solary Lips. It's my Nora Corbett. And this month actually marks the anniversary of my cousin's passing. So I really, really want to get at least the cross stitch finished in her, and then maybe work on the back stitch. There is some beading also, but I think if I can just finish at least the cross stitch, then the rest of it will go a little bit quicker. So that'll be one of my other plans for May. And then this month I have a whip with a whip birthday, the Vanity Sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews. is having its WIP birthday at the end of the month. I've decided to do something a little bit different with this. I've kind of come into like a realization that I don't have to stitch everything as called for. Like in general. I know like sometimes I pick my own floss and fabrics. But like I see patterns and I love patterns and they're gorgeous and they're beautiful. And I want to stitch the whole thing, or like I start stitching the whole thing and then realize like it's too big and I'm never going to finish it. And that's kind of what happened with Vanity Sampler. Cameron did a Victorian goth floss conversion that was so beautiful. So I started Vanity Sampler and then I haven't really gotten a lot of work on it. I'm learning that big samplers are not my thing. Like I said, I have the best intentions. Like, I want to stitch them and they're beautiful and I want them on my wall. But when it comes down to like the actual like needle to fabric, I don't think that's something in my wheelhouse. That being said, I've decided with a couple of projects to kind of just size them down a little bit and stitch my favorite parts and leave it at that. And I think that's fine. So anyway, I think the part of Vanity Sampler that I will be doing will be the section below the words. I'll put a screenshot here. I kind of cropped it. It might be blurry, but you'll kind of get the gist. So I went ahead and marked off on Pattern Keeper everything but that section. It's still 10,000 stitches, which is a lot. But I'll finish that before I finish the huge amount that it is. I'm pretty sure that was like, I don't know. I want to say it's like I had like 19,000 stitches left on it or something. So once I marked off everything except for that section, it was down to like 10,000 stitches left. So I'm feeling good about that. I also did the same thing with Misspelled Sampler, but I'll show and get into all of that next time I work on it. Because that will kind of be a restart. So anyway, if next time you see Vanity Sampler, it looks a little bit different. That's why. And next, I would like to announce my June SAL. I've been recording about once a month here. Like this whole year, pretty much, it's been about once a month. Just, you know, life and work and busy and crazy. So I don't know if I will talk to y'all again until June. So I wanted to go ahead and mention this in case anyone else would be interested in joining. But essentially, June is going to be the strawberry moon. So there's like a moon calendar and each moon has like a different name. Well, in June, it's the strawberry moon, and everything just kind of clicked into place for me. So I will be hosting the Strawberry Moon SAL, where you just work on or start projects with strawberries in it. If you've been around for a little bit, I like strawberries. I like eating them. I like the aesthetic of a strawberry. Like, I don't know. I have strawberry earrings and a strawberry headband and strawberry things. Like, I just love how they look. I don't know. But there are a ton of strawberry projects that I've seen that I really, really love. So I know that the girlies, at least some of them, will be participating in the Strawberry Moon SAL. And if you have a strawberry whip or a strawberry project you would like to start, please join in. It'll start, you know, June 1st and go throughout the month. So yeah, let me know if you plan on participating and what strawberry project that you're going to be working on. I haven't officially made my docket. What I have in mind is Long Time, which I'll put the pictures up here. Long Time, which is a The Last of Us reference. I do want to rewatch the first season of that show, so I think I'll rewatch the first season of that show while I work on that. And then Bearing Gifts by Kathy Barrick, and then Strawberry Bird by the Blue Flower. I have one strawberry whip, and that's Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Samplings. So yeah, I think that's like a pretty good amount of strawberry projects, I think. There's a lot more that I want to start, but I'm trying to like be chill with my starts this year. I think I've only started 6 things. which is not bad. Not bad for me, that's for sure. I don't even know how many starts I had at this time last year, but it was a lot. I can assure you. I started so many things last year. So anyway, the fact that I've only started 6 things, I'm like, treat yourself. It doesn't go with the rules I set at the beginning of the year, but you know, you adapt, plans change. That's why I call my plans section hopes and dreams, is they're hopes and dreams, like, not set in stone. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to 3 starts for June. Oh, well, no, it is StitchCon, and I'll probably have a StitchCon start. Oh well, I think I can have a StitchCon start. So it's like 4 starts in June. Whatever, it's fine. I finished 2 things, okay? This month. I'm a mess, and I crack myself up. So anyway, please let me know if you're gonna start anything. I am planning to do some starts for my birthday at the end of the year. So I think the strawberry projects I don't start in June might roll over to my birthday in December, or maybe next year we'll do Strawberry Moon SAL Part 2. But anyway, that's all that I have for today. If you made it this far, bless you. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and being a part of this with me. I do this for y'all, really. Like, I mean, I started my channel for me, but I don't know. I love sharing with y'all, and I love sharing this crazy, wonderful, amazing hobby and talking about it, and, you know, all that stuff. Here I go getting sappy again. I always don't know how to end these videos. I just start talking. Oh, goodness. But alas, here's where I leave you. Do something that fills your cup and brings you joy, whether that's stitching or something else. Go easy on yourself. You know, it's hard out here. It's hard. So just be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Do something for yourself today and tomorrow and the day after that. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Love you. Bye.